Here we are.
Hello. I'm still setting up, but I'm here. Hi.
We are live, and Lisa has warned me she may have an emergency and have to walk away, but it's not that.
There's a fuzzy in my eye. It's driving me nuts, and it's like I just want to rip it out.
I had your microphone turned down. I know it. I'm sorry. Say everything you just said. Say it again.
I said I have a fuzzy in my eye, so it's like driving me nuts, and I just want to go and rip it out. I've got the most sensitive eyes. It's so ridiculous.
I hear this all the time. I have a weed whacker that you replace the strings. So I carry these around when I'm cutting the grass. I put these in my pocket, and I happened to do the grass last week. I brought these in and I put them down on my desk. This is what she used to go get the thing out of her eye.
I thought I got it. I was like, I just need something pokey. I just need something pokey to just kind of, yeah. So anyway.
So I can say I used a weed whacker to get the stuff out of her eyes. All right. So a lot of people wishing me happy birthday. That's very sweet of you. It's not my birthday yet.
Oh.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Tomorrow is my birthday. But thank you so much for that. I think Melissa Jeswald was the first to say happy birthday. And then she said, I'm sending a donkey and a fish to you. Be on the lookout. Happy new home. Happy birthday.
That's
John.
awesome. Thank you, Melissa. Speaking of birthdays, I did go get your birthday cake today.
Oh, good. It better be lemon.
So
It's not
I
lemon.
was having a brain toot while I was there about how old you were.
Oh,
And
35. It's no big deal.
I
35.
just, how old are you again? How old are you going to be? Because like I completely forget.
What did you put on the cake?
Do you want me to go get it?
No, I want you to just tell me.
Oh, I'm sure everybody will want to see it. You want me to go get it?
No?
Yeah, I'll go get it.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
This should be interesting. So while she does that and quite obviously embarrasses me in front of 182,000, what did somebody said it earlier? 182,000, I don't know where it went, but over 182,000 people watching, and it's going to be an embarrassing thing for me that she's about to do. We don't have a whole lot to talk about. I could sit here and go on a long rant about business stuff, but I'm not going to do that because that would just be boring for everybody. I'm nervous now. Here we are.
Isn't that cute?
It'd be so much cuter if the age was right.
It's not.
No.
Are you serious?
My wife, ladies and gentlemen.
I was close, right?
You're close. Yeah, it's a really cute cake. Nobody can see it. You're not holding it. Why don't you put it on your camera? It might be easier instead of trying to get me in there. It's an adorable dinosaur cake. I love it.
I thought it was so cute.
It is very cute. It's just that it has the wrong
The
age.
lady put me on the spot. She said, well, how old is John? And I was like, 49? And she goes, oh, I thought you were going to say like 8.
It is a child's birthday cake.
I was like, 49.
I'll be
sorry.
48.
Well, I mean, it's going to taste really good. So
She
I'm
loves
sure
me. She loves me not. She loves me.
it's
She
gonna
loves me
taste
not.
great. Here's your cake.
I can't wait. Is it lemon?
I don't even know. I just thought it looked
And it's
adorable.
not even lemon. This is I'm pretty sure this is grounds for divorce. No, I absolutely love it. It's cute. It's a children's dinosaur cake with the wrong age on it. I love it. It's wonderful.
You're welcome.
That's funny. Who's the one that should be embarrassed? Me or you for not knowing your husband's age?
I thought I was going to be, I know I'm 2 years, I know I'm a little younger than you. So I was trying to do the math and I'm like, I know I'm going to be blah, blah, blah age. And then I was like, so he's going to be 49.
Yeah, it's 48.
Does that mean I'm a year younger too?
Sure.
Yes.
That was adorable. That was fun. Yeah, it's tomorrow. So you all are very sweet for wishing me happy birthday, but it's
And
not there yet. I'm not that
also-
old yet.
Also, a happy birthday to Stephen P.
Is it his birthday tomorrow too?
No, his birthday was a couple days ago, and also Pam, Punchy Paints. She had a birthday as well. So happy birthday to those two. Everybody's birthdays this week. It's awesome. My daughter's birthday was Sunday.
Yes, indeed.
She turned 20. My youngest daughter turned 20. Whoa. Anyways.
And then our youngest son has been wearing the same clothes for 5 days straight.
Stop. That's rude.
This is the real world in 2022.
Anyway.
So listen, we do have a really big update, and it has to do with this Sunday's video that's coming out. You're definitely going to want to watch it. I'm not going to spoil it because you get mad at me when I do that. But been working on the beta system. And part 2 of the Best Beta System on YouTube series is going to be uploading on Sunday.
This beta system is kicking our butts. I'm not even going to lie.
It is.
I have a blister that popped on my finger. This is hard work here, people. I'm just saying.
You know, I'm very good at, you give me a task that I have to do over and over and over and over and over and over again. I'm good at that kind of stuff. I just, either listen to music or listen to a podcast or something like that. And I just zone out and I just go. This one, it almost seems like every single thing that we have to do over and over and over again also hurts.
It really does.
So it's been a struggle, but I'm really happy with the way it's turning out. Still not done. We got some fish in, and we needed some of it to be done for the fish. So it's not completed yet, and there's one big thing that's going to hold it up from being completed, and this is John Hudson's luck. I'm not going to blame this on Lisa, even though I have said to many people, if anything's ever going to happen, it's always going to happen to us. We have the worst luck of any people on earth. I ordered 12 glass boxes, 2 that were for the beta system, and 10 that were for a super secret, which is the worst kept secret in America, project that we're working on. We're not working on it yet because we don't have the stuff for it yet. I ordered all of these, and well, the truck that was delivering these tanks
first was delayed a couple days.
It was delayed.
It almost sounded like a storyline from Jay Wilson. It's delayed 2 days, then it was delayed 2 more days, and then it was delayed 2 more days, and then it crashed.
Yep. The truck that was delivering.
But Jay Wilson's story doesn't end in a crash. I'm not trying to scare anybody.
It's a lot of money that we spent for these tanks. Something that you may not be aware of. A lot of people aren't aware of until you really get into this industry. Pet stores don't make any money on aquariums. And that's not me complaining about it. That's just me saying, hey, if you see a 75-gallon aquarium for $250 at your pet store, the pet store probably spent $230 for that. It's not the 50% markup. It's nothing like that. There's just no money in aquariums, and the reason why pet stores still carry them, at least the big box stores do, is because they're counting on you buying all of the other stuff to go along with your aquarium, and that's where they'll make their money. So if you imagine 12 aquariums, all 50 gallons or larger, how much that would cost, even wholesale, to have it get crashed in a truck. There you go. Now, that doesn't mean we're out that money. In fact, I'm not going to go into details, but we got into a big fight with the distributor, not about the tanks. I mean, I wasn't even mad about that because things happen. I mean, I'm not going to be mad at somebody for getting in a truck accident. But the way it was handled was something that led to a big, huge fight. And we're no longer going to be buying from that distributor anymore. There it is. So I'm going to have to order those tanks for the second time from another distributor. And the good thing about it is the distributor I'm going to order from will have them to me in like 2 days. Unlike the other one.
We should have done it from the very beginning because
he didn't have them.
True.
When I put the order in, he didn't have them, but he does now.
This other distributor's been rude and everything for a while.
Since day one.
And it's like, why do we even deal with you? And you're supposed to be a good distributor in this industry. I don't understand it. I don't know how they're still in business either.
Well, they don't have our business anymore. And anyway, I don't want to go on a big rant with that because that's boring to a lot of people. But the good news is I did have a backup plan for the beta system. So there were two 55-gallon aquariums that were going to be for that system, 2 sumps. I've explained it before. It does not require a 55-gallon aquarium. In fact, it could go a lot smaller than that to filter the system. But the reason why I wanted to use 55 gallons is because we're going to do our water changes through the sump. Drain the sump out and then refill the sump back up. There you go. You got your water change. A 55 gallon will be a much larger water change than a 29 gallon, which is what I'm using now. And you've seen, if you've watched my videos, and if you haven't, how dare you? But I did a video like a year and a half ago on the Yellow Lab tank. I put 2 29-gallon tanks into there as a sump, and then about 6 months later, took them out and replaced them. Well, I still had those, and so that's what I'm using at the moment for the sumps for the beta systems. So, still running. It didn't really slow us down, but
I'm okay.
Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm fine. So yeah, there you go. That's been the thing that's been completely overwhelming both of us for a while now. So that's really the only update that we have. The only other thing is we did upload finally the very first, I did, so not yours. The first video on the Money Pit channel. So many people have been asking about that. Well, it's up and it's gotten a pretty good response. Not the kind of response that Katie Tropical's video would get, but I didn't expect that. I'm very pleased with it, and the comments have been 100% positive, which is good. So if you're interested in that, if you're interested in seeing the start of all of the things that we got wrong with this place, we didn't get it wrong, that are wrong, things that have to be fixed in this house and stuff like that, you'll want to watch that. Part 2 is supposed to come out this weekend. Hopefully that happens. And then there you go. But that, I mean, other than that, we don't really have any updates.
I drove for 12 hours yesterday.
You did.
And I came back with fish.
That was a long day for you. It was a long day for me. I was down to the wire because I wanted to have at least half that system running for when you got back. And
it looks amazing. I love it. It looks so good.
Yeah, I'm very pleased with it. There's a few drips that still have to be addressed when we got half the system up. So 150, it's actually 156 tanks in this section. And you have a bunch of little tanks. You're going to have leaks. I mean, I don't care how good you are. There's going to be little drips, drip. And it's annoying. And that is what it is. So I'll be going through there for the next probably week, trying to button those up using some Flex Seal and stuff like that. Flex Seal paste. What an amazing thing. It's all over my fingers already. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, that's the only update, really. Doing a big project on Saturday that I'm excited about. that is going to be in a video probably the following week.
Mm-hmm.
You have an update on an animal.
No, that's going to be on my channel.
You don't want to talk about it here. Okay.
Yeah, duh. My first video on my Roots and Whiskers channel is going to be, it's supposed to be Saturday, so we'll see how that works out.
I told her it was going to be ready, and it's going to be ready.
So, yeah, that isn't the first video on the channel because I've had the channel since 2011, but it'll be my first video since naming it Roots and Whiskers. It'll make sense. So, it had to be done before the first video I wanted to do. When I wanted to do an introductory video, but something happened. And so, I needed to do a video immediately. And there's that.
And let me tell you this. I'm not going to spoil it because I know you hate that.
Yeah.
When I spoil future videos.
Yeah, you always blab. I hate that.
Something happened this morning that made both of us panic a little. And it does not involve fish. Mm-mm. It involves what would be on her channel, and it's not a plant. I can't imagine a scenario where I would panic over a plant, but that's just me. So it's not hard to figure out. It was scary, and you got it on film, so that's good. Nobody died. Don't worry. So if you want to know what that was, it's in the video. I do have to clarify a little bit. There was no animal attack. There's no, it's just something that we saw this morning that scared us, and you immediately had to go to the vet. That's all I'm going to say. So if you want to know what that was, watch Lisa's video on Saturday.
Well, that's not in that one.
What?
But you'll know. You'll see.
I thought it was. You're not going to put that in there?
That's the second part. See what happens when you blab.
Oh, well, then you're going to have to wait a little while. You're going to have to make sure you subscribe to Lisa's Roots and Whiskers channel so that you can find out what happened to... Never mind. So you need to talk a little bit before I bury us even deeper.
Okay, so, well... I don't want to do plan of the day yet because we haven't even talked about fish today, really. So it would not even make sense.
Okay.
Correct? So I think we should address the super chats because I don't want things to go too far and then we're like, that's all we're doing. So I see Melissa Jeswell said happy birthday to you, and you already read that one. Mm-hmm. And then I see Leslie Perry's in here. Thank you for coming, Leslie. Lady Rorschach was asking about you last week. She was very concerned because she hadn't seen you in a while. So I'm so glad you're here. Donna Horton, member for 7 months.
This is an awesome super chat. You got to read it.
We did something good this week. We got a dog that would have been put down. He is 4 years old and an awesome dog. So now we have fishes and a dog. Yay! That's awesome, Donna. That's amazing. I love stories like that. And
I misspoke there. That was not a super chat. That was a member chat. Yeah. Members get a highlighted chat per week. Doesn't make it less special. Just saying. I misspoke. Oh, no. And that's that.
Okay, here.
Before you do that, I do need to make an announcement for channel members, though. Oh, and it should have been the first thing.
That is so important.
And I don't mean to be pointing to her because I know that's rude and that makes some people mad. We are going to be doing something for channel members that we're already doing, but we're going to be moving it. And we had a long discussion about this, and it's something that we feel like is going to be something we're going to be able to do more easily for channel members that works with our schedule and will hopefully work with channel member schedules a little bit better too. We're going to be moving the channel members live streams to also be on Thursday nights. But they're going to be before this stream. So the way we're going to do it is from 6:30 to 7:30 Thursday evenings. we're going to do a members only stream. Now, why not do it from 6 to 7, John? It would just make it too crazy. We like to run our mouths. Sometimes we go 5 minutes over, 7 minutes over. And if that happens, we're not interfering with this particular stream. Right. So we go 6:30 to 7:30. We get a little half-hour break to go pee, and you go get stuff out of your eyes. And then we come back here at 8 o'clock for the main stream.
We were really enjoying the Wednesdays from 11 to 12 and on, or whatever time we would finish. But it ends up, it's interfering, and I don't mean that to sound rude to anybody or disrespectful, but it's interfering with our work day. And we've got orders to pack and stuff like that. And that's like right in the middle of everything we need to get done. So this way it'll be a little bit more... I feel like it'd be a little bit more laid back after we're done working for the day, and we can, I think, give a little bit more without worrying about, we've got to go get these orders packed and stuff. So, yeah.
And I think that it will probably be, I think we'll be able to get more members involved, because 11 o'clock in the morning, I mean, people are at work.
Yeah.
They haven't even gotten to their lunch break yet. And you talk about people on the West Coast, we're talking it's 8 a.m. for them.
Yeah.
So who wants to wake up in the morning and look at this? I mean, that, sure. But this, no. Nobody wants to do that. So it's going to be so much easier. Hopefully it'll be better for you, the channel members, and better for us. And maybe fun stuff can happen that we bring over to the mainstream. Hey, this just happened and it was fun. There you go. But please continue.
Oh, yeah. So I wanted to thank Naughty86. And they said, thank you so much for the Epsom salts advice the other week. My beta is no longer bloated and he's swimming fine. Yay, thank you.
Beautiful.
That's great news. I love updates on the advice I gave on betas. And then we've got Pixelated Moss. Wow.
35 months.
Wow. You are... I recognize you big time, because I recognize that name because it's a cool name. And they said age is just a number. Love the cake. Happy birthday, John. Aww.
Thank you very much for that. And
a lot of bubbles.
Age, I feel my age though. Oh God,
a lot of bubble stickers coming through here. Whips World member for 27 months. Happy almost birthday to half of the best duo on YouTube. And it skipped.
Lisa, I was 38 for 2 years in a row because I forgot how old I was when I was 37.
That's so funny. I gave up on even caring. And so when somebody asks me how old, John is, I'm just like, 49. Sounded right.
I mean,
I knew it wasn't 50, but I knew it was close.
48 sounds so much older than 47. I don't know why. It just does. So I think I'm just going to keep it at 47.
Oh, well, okay.
It's better.
You're going to have to do this because it just keeps skipping on me every single time.
Kenny from Danikin Aquatics said,
hey.
Pray that Rico Stan doesn't send you a birthday video, John. It's kind of creepy. Well, I swear I saw Rico Stan today at the farmer's market.
Oh.
Yep, here in North Carolina. He made the trip. There was, you see a long, pardon me, but gray-haired guy. Come on, Rico. Look, if I grew my hair out, it would be not only way back here, but it would also be gray. So I ain't picking on you. Very robust mane of hair that was gray, and then a glorious, large, Hell's Angel looking beard. So automatically I was like, oh, that's Rico Stan. But of course it wasn't.
So funny. The Zen Ginger asks, have you been approached about gifted memberships yet? I see them being released to other smaller channels, and I just wonder if you decided against it, or if it just hasn't come up yet. I don't know anything about that.
It has come up. No, we have absolutely not rejected that idea. Of course, we will make that available. And the cool thing is, I think we can also gift people memberships. And that'll be cool. But I when YouTube comes out with a new feature, there's really no rhyme or reason to the way they do it. I mean, usually they're going to do like a beta test. They will use the juggernauts of the channel. This is why a lot of times you hear Aquarium Co-op talking about features that nobody else has, because he's got to be up there with the top level of people that have channel members. And so when YouTube wants to test something, they go to him naturally. We have a pretty strong membership too, but it's not even a tenth of what he has. So naturally they're going to go to him. So anyway, when they do start to release it out to the masses, there's really no rhyme or reason to the way they do it. It's like there'll be channels that have 100 subscribers that'll have a feature that we don't have yet. And it's just nothing I can really do about it. I can call my rep and say, hey, can you get me that? And she'll be like, yeah, I'll do what I can. And she's not going to be able to do anything. I mean, it just is what it is.
Right.
So, but we have not, we're not against it. I think it's a great thing. And as soon as we have it available, I will do it. And why don't you read another one and I will check to see. I think I can check I don't know. I got to find it, but I'll see if I can find if it is available to us yet.
Okay. Lady Rorschach said, thanks for letting us know about the member stream date change, John. Looking forward to the new time slot on the same night as Tank Talk.
Yes, indeed. I'm
just going back to look at some.
You know what? It's not. I'm going to have to figure it out. I will let everybody know next week. Believe me, I think it's a cool feature, and it's something that as soon as we have it available, I will make it available.
Mike Petrelli asked, okay, blood parrots and lab, I'm assuming yellow lab, I guess, in the same tank. What do you think? I mean, my first suggestion would be no. I would keep the African cichlids with the African cichlids, and I mean that would be my first answer, and I personally would not do it, but I do know that people have done things like that and it's worked out fine.
We've seen that. My nephew did that.
Yeah.
And it worked fine.
Not with a yellow lab.
It was it was in Buna's. He had a red zebra and a cobalt blue.
Zebra. Right.
So he had some Mbunas in with a Jack Dempsey and parrots, and they were fine. I mean, the rule book will tell you not to do that, and we will also tell you not to do that.
I personally wouldn't do it, but that doesn't mean that
it can't be done.
Yeah.
Listen, there's no better example of that than Jason Adams from Primetime Aquatics, and I think we've gotten past the always having to say Jason from Primetime. Like whenever I see him mention,
look,
what?
I see Stephen P gifted 5 KG Tropicals memberships.
What?
Oh my goodness, look.
I think we have our answer there.
Does that mean he does it and then gives some to other people?
Yes,
for our
that's
channel?
exactly what happened. So, hey, listen, folks, big news. I got a really exciting bit of news to give you. We now have a feature on YouTube that's amazing, and you can gift channel memberships to your friends. How about that?
But can we do it?
I don't know.
I don't understand how that works, but that's really cool. Thank you, Stephen P.
Yeah, that is really cool,
I just see all the new members now. That's so neat.
What a cool thing.
Welcome.
Stephen P., no one will ever be able to take it away from you that you are the first on this channel to gift a membership. How about that? Huh?
Yes, the day before your birthday.
His birthday? You said his birthday.
Yours.
Yeah. But what's that got to do with him? He don't care about all that.
That's how I'll remember it.
No, that is really cool. And that's something that you see on Twitch a lot. And
I've never been on a Twitch.
Well, Twitch is another website. It's only live streaming. And you see this, there's a lot of big streamers that will go to small streams, which on Twitch, this would be considered a very small stream because Twitch has, there's some Twitch channels that get 35, 40,000, 100,000 people watching them at a time. But these big streamers will go to a small streamer and gift like 1,000 memberships, and it's really cool to see because the streamer's like, whoa, like it's really cool. Because on Twitch, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, that's the only way people make money is through channel memberships on Twitch.
See, all of this stuff is new to me. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty much only video games that is on Twitch, or that's really the main thing on Twitch, so you wouldn't see it anyway. But yeah, that's very cool, Stephen P. Thank you. We sent out an order the other day that I thought might have been you because I had a brain fart about your last name.
And I had to remind him.
It was another person with the same initials, and they lived in
Tennessee.
It was Tennessee.
And I said he doesn't live in Tennessee.
But Stephen P., I could look it up, but
No.
Maybe you might not be putting it out on YouTube. I don't know. But I know you're from the South, more South than Tennessee. But I saw it and I was like, is that? And she was like, no, his last name is this. And I was like, oh, I knew that.
He just saw Stephen and the last name started with a P. And I was like, not all Lisa M's are Lisa Marie's, you know? It's like...
I did get an order from Corey McElroy one time. But not that Corey McElroy.
That was so funny.
And I texted him and I was like, dude, are you messing with me? What is this? But it was just some guy with the name Corey McElroy. I thought it was hilarious. Neat. Nanners Piddlesmith, still love that name, said, who cares if it's a kid's cake? All cake looks the same on the other end. It's true.
Definitely.
There's a lot of people that might be here that didn't get to see it. This is my birthday cake for tomorrow that Lisa bought me. No. The answer is no, I'm not turning 49 tomorrow. And no, my wife was not playing a joke on me. She thought I was turning 49.
I had a brain too. What can I say? It happens.
The love of my life, this woman. Furloughs Aquatics said, happy day early birthday, my friend. That was hard to read. And many more. Thank you, Eric. Appreciate that. Got to see for the first time. I'm gonna own up to something to y'all, folks. And I'm not very proud of it. But it kind of involves Eric. So here we go. My 360 is in as the worst condition it's ever been since I've owned it.
It is. I'm embarrassed. Like,
It's
I
horrible.
wanted to do a water change for him when I was doing the water changes in all the other tanks, including one of his other ones.
This last month, 2 months has been so completely and totally overwhelming. The fish are fine.
Yeah, they're
The tank just looks horrible. But I was reminded of that because I wanted to make sure I mentioned to Eric that I finally got to see Draco eat yesterday.
He's been coming out a lot lately. He hangs out with me all the time. And then John comes in the room. He's like,
Yeah, he runs from me. But he was eating last night. Put some tilapia in there, and he was like, nom, 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 nom,
he's
nom,
getting
nom.
big, too. He is growing.
Yep. It's awesome. And I'm just going to have to make sure when I do the rescape this weekend. Oops, did I just say that's what the special project is this weekend? I'm going to have to make sure there's nowhere for him to hide because he's too pretty of a fish to hide.
Oh, he's gorgeous.
Mark Sturlson said early happy birthday wishes. Thank you very much. I really did not want to make a big deal out of it, but thank you for making a big deal out of my birthday here, lady. Mm-hmm. You jump in whenever you want.
The Zen Ginger said, Lisa, you better go get a tube of the at-home icing gel and fix that before tomorrow, or you're never going to hear the end of it. Just got to add another circle to the bottom of the 9. No, we can leave it just like it is, and he can suck it up and
I got blue
deal
Sharpie.
with it.
I got blue Sharpie. I can make that an 8.
You can just deal with it.
No, that'll be funny. I mean, it seems like 2 weeks ago that you bought me the dirt cake.
We could just save it for next year.
Remember the dirt cake that you bought me?
Yes, that one was supposed to really be funny because it was over the hill.
It was very funny. It was very funny.
Turning 40. You were supposed to be older than dirt. turning 40. What I wouldn't do to be turning 40.
People are asking about Jasper. Get Jasper. Leslie, get Jasper. What do you mean get Jasper?
Huh?
Is somebody thinking your name's Leslie? I don't know.
No, Leslie
Jasper,
Perry. Leslie Perry.
yeah, but get Jasper. I always ask about Jasper every Thursday, but haven't seen him in a while.
Oh, Jasper's outside. Yeah.
If we're talking about our Jasper is a she.
She's, yeah.
Somebody, it was a child that named the cat.
Yeah.
And she's outside. I see her walk by all the time. She's delighted to be outside.
Yeah, she's content.
Oh, it skipped on me too. Wait a minute. Where'd it go? Did it skip on me? Yep. Ellen Horcher, happy birthday, John. We have so much going on. Closing on our house on July 8th.
Ooh,
Congratulations. I know how
yeah.
stressful that can be.
Absolutely.
And my woman's pool team goes to Baltimore to qualify for Vegas on Saturday. Wow.
Wow.
Pool, or should I say billiards, is one of those things I always wished I was better at than I am. I do okay. I can hang in there as long as nobody that's playing is really good. But I want so badly to be one of those people that's really good at pool.
I used to be okay at it when I was younger, but know I'm not now.
I was in leagues as a teenager, but yeah, I'm terrible at it now. But anyway, Christian's amazing. Animals happy. Birthday, John. I have MTS. Well, that's why we're all here, because we're all suffering from the same symptoms there, my friend. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Rochelle Williams, happy birthday, John. Hope it's a fantastic one. It already is. I get to pick on my wife because she got my age wrong. I'm never going to let it go.
That's okay. Next year the year after, you'll be so happy. You're going to be like, can you give me a birthday cake that says 49? I'm going to be like, you didn't like it when I got you one. And Furlow said, I turned 40 this year, not looking forward to it. Baby.
Eric, I'm just going to tell you, and anybody that's in the chat that is over the age of 40, they'll back me up on this, every single one of them. Everything starts falling apart when your age starts with a 4.
True.
You start having things happen like you wake up with a sprained ankle. Like, where'd that come from? I don't know. I don't know why my ankle hurts from sleeping. I mean, everything. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's horrible. Everything starts falling apart. Again, Furloughs Aquatics. John, I will come help you with some projects on the house in the future. Would totally make the drive again. Dude, no. You've already done it. If you watched the video, Eric's been here, so he knows. But there's a couple of projects that I showed in that video that I could use a hand with, but it's not going to happen, Eric. No.
Yeah, and you have to bring Dory this time if you come.
It's not going to happen. I'm not going to let you.
Not that we didn't like Eddie. We loved Eddie. Eddie is awesome, but you need to bring Dory.
Yeah, I mean, well, we can demand that, but also, no, you're a crazy person. Go to somewhere. Well, you live in Florida. Go somewhere that has slot machines and, I don't know. Don't come here again. We love to have you, but it's such a
welcome.
Of course you are, but it's such
welcome.
a waste of your time. You could be doing so many more better things than coming here. You and Whips World both.
Oh.
We love to have you. It was a blast, and she's upset because she didn't really get to see you all that much.
I know. I had to drive home and get home at 3:00 in the morning. That was terrible.
But
my mind that night was focusing on getting my tank set up and getting back on the road.
You know what'll be the projects to get Eric's help on is the outdoor projects, because he's from Florida. I don't know what part of Florida, but I could look it up, but I'm not going to. So he knows what heat's like. So when I go to do some of those outdoor projects, he'd be absolutely perfect for that. North Carolina is an awesome place to visit, but I mean, so many places he could go that would be better. But we are an hour from Nags Head. So there you go. See? You go to Nags Head, then you come over see us. That's how you do it right there. CJ Black, husband's working late, so I get to be here live. Hi, everyone. What we have not seen her for so long. I thought CJ Black was a he.
She's always in the replay, but she's always in the replay.
That's very exciting. Tell your husband we're glad that he had to work late. Danikin Aquatics, John, we come to member streams for Lisa. Oh, I know that. I mean, come on.
Oh.
That's why every single time I do a member stream by myself, or any stream by myself, I'm like, hey, listen, y'all, I know it sucks, but you got to deal with just me. Lisa's not going to be here with me.
I think the interesting thing is, like, we were talking about this yesterday, and there are a lot of people that like tune in for both of us because they like our chemistry and whatnot. And then there are people that only like you, and that's okay. And then there's the couple people that only like me, and that's okay too. But I think that's what makes us a pretty cool channel, is because we have a good variety, I guess you could say, of things. Like, yeah,
we just don't know how old our spouse is.
Okay, so
I like it. MG3919, my basement will be built tomorrow. Can't wait to make it my fish room. The guys just set up tonight to get started first thing in the AM. That is exciting. Basement fish rooms are the best because you don't have to worry about the floor. I mean, unless you put like a fancy floor down there, then you just got to worry about not damaging it. But you don't have to worry if there's a leak. You get a little drywall, no big deal. But if it's on the second floor, that's a much bigger problem. So, yeah, excited for you.
Paul Newman said, tell me about it. I'm 58 and both of my wrists feel sprained all the time.
I woke up this morning, my right arm was asleep for 15 minutes.
I'm always waking, like, things fall asleep, and I'm like, nothing's sitting on you. How are you asleep? Like, wake up.
Yeah. Whips World, so the old Whipper doesn't get to watch members live or regular live until the replay. That ain't cool, yo. Hey, I am sorry about that, Whips World. That is unfortunate, but hey, I don't know. I can't think of something witty to say about that.
Oh, Jeff Hester said the CJ Ultra utility pump, are they really that helpful?
They are extraordinarily helpful. They saved us probably 5 hours when we moved all of our tanks because they pump water fast. We're talking the Ultra Zero, right? That's what he said, the utility pump?
Is that what he said? Yeah, utility pump.
Yeah, and the thing is, you can use them for things around the house too. I mean, anywhere where you need to move water from one place to another, put that in there, you're good to go. We had
draining tanks, like large tanks. What about draining the 240? Oh my gosh, It was taking forever with the Python. It seemed like it was taking forever. People were waiting on us to move these tanks, get them in the U-Haul and down the road, and it was just taking forever. He used the CJ pump, bam, went right down.
Yep.
So
the other thing too is it's good to have for emergencies. We had an emergency at our last house. I don't know that we would ever have one here because this house is on a crawl space. So I don't know that there would ever really be a flood issue here. But the basement in our house was underground, and there's a drain in the stairwell, at the bottom of the stairwell that went down into the basement from the outside. There's a drain down there, and that drain got clogged. And so there was this huge storm, and that started to back up. The water started to fill up in there at the bottom of the stairwell. And if it went too high, it would have flooded into the basement itself. I put that Ultra Zero in there, pumped it right out, and it was not an issue. So that is I know they're not cheap. I think they're like $100 for that thing, but it is a very, very good thing to have. I don't sell it, so I'm not trying to sell you the product. We've thought about carrying it, but it's a good thing to have, especially for fish keepers. You absolutely, if you're a fish keeper, you have to have a shop vac. That's number one.
Absolutely.
And something, yes.
We had to. Now we have one.
We had two until you gave one away.
I gave one away.
Having a something like that can move water very fast for routine maintenance, or if you have an emergency, is absolutely critical. So
I have a problem with overflowing tanks, so
she does.
Shop vacs are like a must.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've gotten a little better. Anyway,
Okay.
so I had one. Oh no, it skipped. I had one. I wanted to.
Well, I'll go with Leslie Perry. I just do weekly water changes because of nitrates. Why do I keep seeing people saying it's bad because of pH swings? I never test pH. Shame on me. What changes pH between water changes? Leslie?
Several things can change pH.
Yes, they can. The pH can fluctuate just simply by the age of the tank. The water's been in there a long time. pH starts moving
Catappa
around.
leaves can lower it. You could have stuff like to
harden the water buffers.
the what am I trying to say? Crushed coral or stuff like that to make it harden it. And you do too much, you take out too much, then it can make it unbalanced, and it can make it lower when it's used to being higher, and vice versa. So
but Leslie, here's the thing. I don't check pH all the time either.
Right.
And it's because I know where we're at. I know what is going on. I've monitored things long enough where it's not something that I monitor constantly. So don't feel bad. I mean, if your fish are happy, if your fish are healthy and thriving and they're eating and they're swimming around and they're doing their thing, you're doing it right. You don't need to say shame on me.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. I think that we can be our own worst enemy. One of my very first thoughts when I was trying to brainstorm and come up with a talk to do at Aquashella, I started thinking we're our own worst enemy. I started thinking, and I could just get up there and riff for 45 minutes about that. But it's true. I mean, we beat ourselves up over things, and so many fish keepers are like trying so hard for perfection. And the thing is, I don't care who you are, it'll never be perfect in this hobby. It never will be. So the only monitoring you need to do is your fish's behavior and the way they're acting and everything else. If your fish are happy, they're healthy, they're eating, they're swimming around actively like they're supposed to, and if they're breeding, for crying out loud, you're doing it right. Don't say shame on me. Dwayne Moretta, happy birthday, John. We just bid our new schedules at work, and I took every Wednesday and Thursday off so I wouldn't miss
so
either
cool.
stream. Oh, well, now you have all day on Wednesday to get caught up and, be productive. And then, Thursdays, we got you all night long. Stephen P. just made a brilliant, because he's brilliant. I mean, he's awkward, but he's very brilliant. He said pH swings happen in the wild on a daily basis. It's true. Rain, the water that comes from streams and all. I mean, yes, it's very, very true. Thank you, Stephen. You might be awkward, but you're a very smart guy. And then I get to his that it says he gifted 5 memberships. That is so, so cool. And is that for 1 month, Stephen? Is that how that works? I think it is.
I don't know how.
I don't think you're committing to paying for a year worth or something. Maybe it is. I don't know, but
it sounds like it would be like a one-time thing.
Probably.
That's what I would assume.
Yeah, that's very, very cool.
That's really neat, though.
Jason Polar became a member. Welcome to the team. Paul McCarthy said, "Here's $1, and I don't have to say anything. I just want to give money." Thank you, Paul.
Nicole Pribernell said, "I use those pH trackers from Seachem on side of tank. I find that's enough for general monitoring." You know what? I have been curious about those.
Yep.
I talked to you about those probably like 6 months ago. I was like, this is something we need to...
We have them on the website. We sell them. We sell the ammonia ones, not the pH ones.
But the pH ones is...
Or do we have the combo? We have the combo.
Oh, maybe. Oops.
That has, yeah.
That's right. So you did take my advice.
He said, "I sure hope it's just for a month." Yeah, we have those. It's the combo.
And Zen Ginger said, yes, 1 month gifted. Zen Ginger knows. Like, if she says, she knows.
Oh, I know.
We know Zen Ginger knows.
Shopify is so slow. I'm going to find out right now because I know it's not going to be hard to find because it's a recent addition.
Blue Rhinos Games asked, what is your favorite type of guppy for John and Lisa? I just like muck guppies. I don't care. It doesn't have to be any kind of fancy guppy or specialty guppy or anything like that. I just like your whatever guppies. Just the ones that are just, it doesn't even matter. I like them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that I have a favorite either. Shopify is being a B word tonight. I don't even understand why. See, this is what happens when you try to find stuff.
Aaron Funk asked, what kind of water bugs can you feed your fish other than mosquito larvae? Someone told me not to feed dragonfly larvae. I've never personally fed them bugs, like on purpose. If they fall in the tank and they eat it, then that's the bug they eat. Sorry, I don't have an answer for you. But I do know when my goldfish were in the tubs outside, they ate the heck out of some mosquito larvae. And that wasn't on purpose. That's just because they went there and they ate them. So.
Yeah, it's the ammonia and pH combo that we have on there. So yeah, that's good advice. Who was that? Zen Ginger that said that?
No. Oh, if I look, I won't.
I understand. It's okay.
Yeah.
Charlotte Adams said, "Happy early birthday, John. Getting ready to set up a tank number 46. Waiting for another awesome KG beta." Wow. Well, they're coming.
Nicole Pribernell is the one that said that.
You're right.
About the pH.
Yeah, the betas will be coming soon. There are some fantastic ones in there, a lot of them. So be on the lookout. They're coming soon.
Yeah, I got some really good ones. You know, because I used to get bad ones. No. They're all nice.
I saw a lot of blue rims. I saw a lot of Hellboys. I saw a lot of black samurais.
I got the blue samurais, males and females.
Y'all look out.
And a lot of aliens.
Whips World said, "John, I of course will help you out. Hi, I just learned how to read. If you need a hand too, I'd totally make the drive again. But by help, I mean stand around and look pretty." Hey, you weren't standing around looking pretty. You were looking pretty, but you weren't standing around last time. Good grief. That guy carried most of the weight. Him and Alec, they were beasts.
Oh, what about Furlough and Eddie? You're just going to forget about them?
Of course not. They were huge contributors. But what I am saying is it could have just been Whip and Alec, and they could have moved all the tanks by themselves. They're just two monsters. We all know that.
Jordan Sivek said, "I wish my phone wouldn't keep cutting out because I don't know if my comments are getting responded to. LOL." Well, now you know. You just got a response.
It's impossible to respond to every single one of them, but we try to go back and forth and do all of that. It's hard. When you're on this side of it, trust me, it's harder than you think. FSL Snowman FSL is Florida. Is it Florida State? I don't know colleges. And that's a Coyotes. I don't know. FSL Snowman 99 says, "I come here for both." Going back to the talk of people coming here just for me or just for her. Thank you for that. Sorry I demolished your name there. Adolfo Prieto said number 1 with the foam finger. Thank you. Number 1. It's a huge contributor to the channel. Lefty3213A.
Lefty.
25 months. Whoop, whoop.
Nice.
Hope y'all are well. Well, we're not all that well because we haven't been hearing from you lately. So
I talked to him recently.
He doesn't talk to me anymore.
Yesterday.
He must think I don't like him or something because he doesn't message me anymore.
He's been extremely busy. He just got done with school.
Okay.
And work.
It's not an invitation to start texting me 52 times a day either. I got things to do.
Lefty, just ignore him. He is rude. He
knows that. Joe Provenzano said, I really don't have anything to ask, but just here's my money. That's so nice of you. Thank you. We're all caught up here. You need to do what you have planned there.
Yeah. Okay. So my poll from yesterday, I thought I'd go ahead and do that if you don't mind. So the question was, do you still use a heater in your aquarium in the summer? And the answers were, or what you could have chosen was yes, no, sometimes, or other. We had 11,000 votes, 181 likes, and 158 comments. And some of the comments were, Curtis Crump said, yes, this allows me to keep a consistent temp in the tank. With AC, the water may drop too low for the tropical fish. Stone E said, even though it's summer, my house is still pretty cold when the air is on. It gets to be 72, so I like to keep my tanks at 80 no matter what. James Hand said, I never remove them unless they need replacing. I try to keep my inside temperature between 62 and 68, and my fishies like 76 to 78. And a girl, Anachronism 1, said, I live in a very cold part of Australia. Heaters are always required, even in my goldfish tank. Must get pretty cold there.
Wow.
And Brian Dugas said, for me, the water gets a bit too hot with a heater in the summer. I am at about 77-ish without one. And Matt Greenwood said, I'm from the UK, so our weather never gets hotter than the tank.
Wow.
That sounds awesome. I think I need to move there. Irish George said, I live in Ireland. Our summers are cold, so we have no choice. So, anyways, as far as the percentages, 69% of people said yes, they do still use heaters in their aquariums in the summer. 21% of people said no. 8% said sometimes, and 2% was other.
Wow, that's probably the lowest other we've ever had.
Maybe, yeah.
So, you want to know my answer?
Sure.
I've never turned a heater off.
Right.
When they're in there, they're in there.
Right.
And the thing is, if the water doesn't need it, it's gonna stay off. And you know what?
That's true.
We live in North Carolina. It's hot here. I mean, it's hot. I like it that way. But it's one of those things that you walk outside and it punches you in the face. Like, oh God, it's hot.
Some random Jurassic Park bug.
But last weekend, we walked outside. It was 54 degrees.
Right.
So there can be those fluctuations.
That was so crazy.
So, if those kind of things happen, even if you live in a hot place like we do, and it was this way in Virginia. It's not like way hotter here than it is in Virginia. It's just hotter here for longer. It's 5 to 7 degrees warmer here in the wintertime than it is up there. So it's not drastically different. It was the same way up there. And I mean, I just leave them on. Mm-hmm. It's why mess with it? But, I can understand some people are like, well, if I unplug it, there's nothing happening with it, and it will probably increase the longevity of the heater. That's fine. I got you. And if you do if you live in an area like we do, and you have one of those days like we had the other day, it was only for 12 hours, and then it went right back up to being hot again. So,
right.
I mean, it's not going to be a fluctuation that's going to, all of a sudden, all of your fish are going to freeze to death. I mean, it's not going to be like that.
Stephen Midwest Aquatic said, John, my birthday is tomorrow. Also, I'll be 54 and everything hurts. Well, you know what? He would appreciate that cake then.
Yeah, you can have this one. I mean, you lose
Same
5
birthday.
years.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't understand why that is. Nobody warned me about that when I was about to turn 40. Nobody was like, "Hey, guess what? You're gonna start falling apart." But it's true, and like I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need glasses. They're coming, and I don't know with my face structure, and I don't know what kind of glasses I would wear. I'm a little nervous about that, if I'm being honest with you. I'm from a generation where you got made fun of if you were in school and you had glasses. People would call you four eyes and, kick you in the butt when you're walking by and throw paper balls at you and spitballs. I mean, so like now, so many people wear glasses and they don't need them. They wear them for fashion. I mean, so it's not an issue anymore, but I don't want to get glasses. That's just another thing to have to take care of. I don't want that.
I wear them for driving. I have to, but even the ones that I wear are starting to, it's almost like I don't have them on now. Like, because I can't see far away. Like, I can see everything in front of me, but it's the far away stuff, like where you're at and farther. So like, I can
see it on camera,
but I can't read anything on your computer from here.
I wasn't holding up a fist. I was acting like I was giving her the finger. You know what I mean? That's what was supposed to be happening there. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So that sucks though when you can't see. It is a terrible feeling.
It's closer up stuff for me. Like my fingers right now are just a huge blur. Like, and if I'm trying to focus on something and work, that's why I haven't been doing my model cars lately. I love doing that so much. But I can't see anything. Like today I was working on one of the light strips on the beta system went out, and I had to replace it. It's easy enough to do, but there's the backing, the sticker backing. I couldn't get it off because I couldn't see it. Like it was all blurry. So I'm gonna have to get some glasses. And I saw Bud McSpud. If that's the Bud McSpud I think it is. I need to have good vision for when I'm doing what I do with that guy. I play Fortnite with him. That's Justin. But I don't know if that's him. He doesn't play Fortnite anymore because he plays a little kids game now with Kent, and it really hurts my feelings because I don't have anybody to play with.
Oh, I thought Doug played with you.
Yeah, but he goes to bed at like 8:00 at night, like an old person.
Huh.
You're short-sighted. She's nearsighted. Yeah, but see, unlike you, I will wear my glasses all the time if I have to get them. And
I just feel like if you wear them all the time, then your eyes depend on them all the time. And like, if I don't wear my glasses, like if I don't need to see something far away, I'm just in the house or just in the beta room or something, and it's right in front of me, I can read it. That's not a problem. Why am I going to wear glasses? It bothers me when I wear those glasses to read. It's like then I'm doing this, because it's like I don't need them to read. I need them far away. So why would I wear them all the time? That's a waste of my vision, I feel like.
You know what I'm afraid of? I'm afraid of that face. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. That face that my dad used to do that. I would give him something. Like I never had to worry about my report card being bad because my dad would, that face? Because he wouldn't have his glasses. And so he couldn't read it.
I would totally mess with you too.
I don't want to make that face.
I would mess with you. Like I've been doing, oh my gosh. I scared him.
This woman. And that is the real Justin, by the way.
I have a squirt bottle and I go and I spray my plants. I mist them and everything. And I thought, I'm just going to be funny and I'm going to stand around the corner. So when John walks around, because I heard him coming, it just happened to work out. I'm going to spray him. And what was that? Huh. Ghost.
Ghost.
So anyways, I sprayed him and he's like, ah! So then, what did I do to you? I scared you again.
You stood right out here and booed me.
Oh,
when I walked out.
yeah. I knew he was coming out, and I stood outside the door, and he walked through, and I went, boo! And he's like, ah!
I told her, I said, listen, I have a heart condition. I'm on blood pressure medication. You're going to give me a heart attack, and I'm going to die, and you're going to live with that for the rest of your life. And she laughed. She thought that was hilarious.
I did not. I'm trying to strengthen your heart.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's called heart exercises.
Yeah. Griggs33 said, I got a squad. You can join us on Fortnite. I hate playing squads. I really do. Because that's what all the really good people do. And so it's really hard. I like playing duos or solos. But I don't have any choice now because Justin doesn't play with me anymore. And Justin, you don't know Mitch Hedberg, but Justin looks exactly like Mitch Hedberg. If you ever want to know what my guy looks like, Google Mitch Hedberg. I think he even looked it up while we were playing. He Googled Mitch Hedberg and he was like, oh, like he agreed that he looks. Unfortunately, Mitch Hedberg is no longer with us. One of the most unique comedians to ever live. You either love him or hate him. Charlotte Adams said, Lisa, I'm looking forward to the beta. Has been looking for a blue rim for a while now.
Ooh, I got some nice blue rims.
I got to tell you, they are some.
I got males and females, and they're gorgeous.
I had to spend a lot of close-up time with them today, giving them that look when I had to fix that strip of lighting. And I got to see them all close up. Very, very good. Love the blue rims.
I had a really good surprise today. That wasn't a scary surprise or anything like I give John. I had a delivery, and yeah.
Spending all my money.
And your money. Anyway.
What was that noise?
So I got some plants delivered today, so I thought I would share them with you since I have to do my plant of the day. So some of my favorite plants are Hoyas. I have so many Hoyas. I just love Hoyas. And so I got one that I didn't have yet. And it's the Hoya Courtesy. Isn't it adorable? Can you see it? It's so cute.
Oh, yeah. You can see it really
I
good.
love them. And they vine and they just, they end up looking gorgeous once they really grow. But I got the small because I don't like ordering the large plants because I can grow them and I have patience. So anyways, I love Caletheas. And I didn't have this one, and I thought it was extremely unique, so I ordered this one. It's the Calethea Fusion White. And you got to think, these plants came out of a box today that was shipped for like 3 days in the heat and through the postal service, and they came through. They look amazing. What?
It's not you. It's not you. I'm laughing at what somebody said in the chat.
Okay, so this is the one that I've been wanting for a very long time. I absolutely love this plant. I've been waiting for it to go on sale. And that Plant Arena, she messes with me all the time. She sends me emails all the time. She's just like, Lisa, you got to get this. You got to get that. I'm on a list. I'm sure everyone gets them. But 50% off. So I had to get it. Whoops. Check it out. Isn't it gorgeous? It's the Alocasia Dragon Tooth. And I love all of them. I love all the Alocasias. And I don't even know if I'm saying it right. I try to pronounce it right. I don't know. But look at all the new leaves and everything. There's one. Looks a little, it's going to die. I know it's going to come off, but whatever. I'll grow more. But they came through the mail. And they look amazing. So if you ever want to buy plants from Plant Arena, I do highly recommend her. Amanda is awesome. And she has a great YouTube channel too. So there you go. All right. We can stop talking about plants.
People are putting... see, Mitch Hedberg rest his soul, was a one-liner. He was a one-liner like a Rodney Dangerfield type comedian. He didn't get up and tell stories. He came up one-liners, boom, boom, like a Jimmy Carr would be like the most current day one-liner comedian. And people are putting up some Mitch Hedberg one-liners. Rice is good if you're in the mood for 2,000 of something. I remember him saying that. It has to be him that says it, though. If I say it, it's not funny. It's Mitch Hedberg was an extremely awkward guy, and he was very shy. So he stared at the ground. He never looked at the audience. And the way he says it is absolutely priceless. And I don't have a girlfriend, but there's a woman who would be very angry at me for saying that. It's another. I mean, God, I love Mitch Hedberg. I wish that guy didn't fall to the substances. Heroin is what did him in, and that's very sad. A lot of my favorite people have died from that stupid drug. So, but yeah, look up Mitch Hedberg if you're into unique comedy. You're either gonna love him or hate him, but you can't hate him because he's no longer with us. So that would just be mean. Let me see here. Oh, Rico's in here now. Good thing he didn't hear me talking about him earlier. Catwoman VA said, I live in a really old house, so I have a window AC set to 73 year round. Gets really warm up there in the winter too. A timer 1 hour on, 2 off helps the CJ heater from overheating the 5-gallon too. Okay, see, there you go. We have some window units in this house. And it's because I called some air conditioning companies and they were no longer taking new customers. Small town America. So I was like, well, the kids cannot be in their beds in North Carolina in the heat. So I got a couple of small window units. They were super cheap because Sears is going out of business down here. Again, small town America.
Well, and the good thing is it's a unit that's like on its own part of the house, because there's like is there 3 units on this one?
Yes.
So that one, and it's just the AC, right? It's not the heat. It's just the AC that's the problem.
No, I mean, I
it's the
don't
whole
know
thing.
I don't know if the heat works or not.
Oh.
I mean, we've never been here to need to turn the heat on. One of my favorite comedians is Sam Kinniston. Crazy guy, super funny. Yeah, definitely was. So many of the greats are no longer with us. Watch The Hall on Netflix. It's really good. It's the first 4 comedians inducted into the Comedian Hall of Fame. And of course, it's Joan Rivers, Robin Williams, George Carlin, and Richard Pryor, of course. I mean, perfect, those 4. Kinison was great. I mean, I like Kinison better than Mitch Hedberg, but although maybe I didn't. Maybe I don't. I don't know. Mitch Hedberg was awesome. And I play Fortnite with a guy that looks just like him.
Scotty the Fish Freak asked if we're going to Keystone Clash.
You want to break people's hearts? You go ahead.
Most likely not.
We moved 4 hours farther away.
That wouldn't stop me. That wouldn't stop me because I really do like the Keystone Clash, and I really like hanging out with the crowd that goes there. And there's going to be even more people now this year. Had so much fun last year. It was probably one of the best times I've had at a fish event. I'm not saying that I haven't had fun at any of the others, but that one was very memorable for me, and I had a great time. So the move isn't what would stop us. It's more that my son will be graduating Navy boot camp. It looks like, now I don't have a schedule yet. I won't know for a couple weeks when he does go in, but it looks like it's either going to be the week he graduates or it's going to be during the 10-day leave when he comes back home. And I'm going to have to spend that time with him because I don't know where he's going to be stationed. I remember going through this when my oldest was in the Marines, and I just remember that those are days that you should cherish because there's going to be a lot of times you won't get to see them. So if it does fall during that time, then no, unfortunately, I will not be making the Keystone Clash.
I missed Adolfo Prieto. He said, forgot to say happy birthday, John. Add this to the pond fund or use it to put a half a gallon of gas in, whatever floats your boat. I put $50 in my truck the other day. The gas gauge went, just barely moved.
Oh my gosh, my poor daughter. She, when we moved here, she's home from college during the summer and a couple small breaks like in the winter or whatever, but she would work at Walmart where we lived at before,
Which was 2 miles from our house.
Yeah, it used to be. So she was just gonna transfer when we got here and go work there. Well, doing a transfer, I guess, was confusing for the people in the town over from us or whatever. So it took like a month for that to happen. Well, then she was excited she had that job again and she could go to work. Now she's sad because she hasn't got her first paycheck and she's spending $75 to fill her tank up to get to work. That's 40 minutes away. So she's like, ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the
feel
the
so
things I
bad.
could say about gas prices, but I'm not going to do it.
I feel so bad for people that are on a budget, that have to pay a lot of money for gas to get to work just to pay the bills and keep a roof over their head and feed their family. I feel for you so badly.
I mean, when gas is double what it normally is, that puts a hurting on anybody. I don't care who you are. Tiana Hastings said, fun fact, there was a science experiment to see if horror movies could cause a heart attack, and they found it actually works to strengthen the heart.
See? I'm helping you. I'm strengthening your heart. I'm trying to make it stronger every time I scare you. So just remember that. Every boo I give you is from the heart. It means I love you.
She's piling it on thick tonight. She feels bad about getting my age wrong. I think I feel like I'm forgetting now, but I feel like there's really only one movie that's ever scared me, and that was Jaws.
What?
Yeah, because I don't like swimming in the ocean.
It never scared me because I don't know how to swim to begin with, so I wouldn't be put in that situation.
It's not that that the movie scared me. It's more that I don't. It's like if I'm in the ocean, I think about that, and it makes me not want to swim in the ocean. I have swam in the ocean with you with me. You didn't go in, but snorkeling in the Keys.
That's right.
And then you almost got killed by the stingray that was in the ocean, but we weren't swimming in the ocean.
No, I was looking down and watching you.
She was viciously attacked by a stingray that was 50 yards away.
It was pretty bad. It was scary. That was scary.
It's one of those things I feel
my
bad.
heart was strengthened that day. My heart was very strengthened that day.
Last weekend, I was out. I don't know what I was outside doing. You were outside doing something. You were going to wash your car, and you went to hook the hose up, and you saw a skin of a snake.
It was a skin.
Just the snake skin.
That snake was in my front yard getting naked. That's what was happening.
She ran. And like I'd never seen her backside running away from me faster. And I laughed my butt off because it was a snake skin.
Yep.
That's like me running from a spider web. Oh, it's a spider web running. What? Come on. But that's nothing compared to being in the Florida Keys, being in 3 feet of water on kayaks, and there was a stingray, and it was a big fella.
I think you've told this story before.
I'm going to tell it again because it's fun, and you got my age wrong, so I owe you one. Stingray was right good sized fella, swam right under me, and I was like, oh, look at that, look at that, look at that. 3 feet of water, see it clear as day. She tries to look, and she goes in.
I just wanted to see. I only wanted to see. That's all I wanted to do, was to look at it, not live in its home.
They were the kind of kayaks where you sit on top, you're not inside, and those are easier to flip, you know. I don't think you flipped. I think you just rolled off of it. I don't think you flipped the kayak.
But I went head first, because all I can remember is, no matter whether it was me head first in the water with my butt up in the air or me getting back in the kayak, my butt was in the air for so long. And I was like embarrassed because I was wearing a bathing suit, and
she was screaming that
it's going to eat me.
It's going to eat me. The stingray that at this point was 50 yards away. And I feel bad now.
You
were
laughing.
I did laugh a lot. I was like, because, I mean, come on. It's way over there. But anyway,
well, I didn't even realize the water wasn't going to be that deep. I can't swim, so I'm like panicking. And then I realized it only went up to like my belly button, but still.
And listen, folks, don't judge me. She was already up out of the water, hugging the kayak, yelling, "It's going to eat me." That's why I laughed. She wasn't in any danger at all.
I was really freaking out, though.
If she was in danger, my priority would have been getting her out of danger, and then I would have laughed. But that's not...
I don't even think you got out of your own kayak to help me.
You were already up on there by the time I got over there. We were apart from each other a little bit. And I had to stop laughing before I could do that. I thought you blocked Regina Phalanges. I thought you blocked her from the live stream. That's what's going to have to happen to this woman.
She's so awesome.
I can't forget Jeff H. pooped on us.
Because that's what Jeff does.
Because that's what Jeff H. does. And then Regina Phalanges came in, and I just don't understand why this happens. $100 super chat. It's ridiculous. Pay my truck payment this month. The reasons are too many to list. Happy birthday, John. Lisa, you are so sweet. Except when she scares me when I walk through the halls.
She likes my cake.
It's such a cute cake. Numbers don't matter. The cake is adorable, and I'm going to enjoy every bite of it.
Of course you will.
But I'm always going to have it to hang over her head that she got it wrong.
Regina, thank you so much for emailing. You give such good advice. It's like she hears us, and then she emails suggestions or, gives me a link to something because I asked, like a question about the frizzies and stuff for the hair and the bug spray. And she always gives good advice.
Whips World said, the only movie that scared me so bad I couldn't finish it then or since, and what I did see gave me nightmares for years, was The Exorcist. Now, I'm going to say this about The Exorcist. I watched it the other day.
He did. He really did. I walked in and I'm like, what are you watching? He's like, are you serious?
Yeah. I mean, I've seen it 112 times, but I couldn't believe she didn't know.
I just don't remember it.
But here's the thing about The Exorcist. It's never scared me. The reason why I watched it, I talked about this on last week's stream. Richard Pryor had a funny thing about it in that Netflix The Hall show. It was him on Johnny Carson, and it was just a funny little 10-second clip of him on Johnny Carson, and it was like, you know what? I'm going to watch The Exorcist. It's been a while since I've seen it. It's never scared me. So many people are freaked out by that movie. I don't get it. The Shining, I get. Like, that one makes sense to me. It didn't scare me, but I see it and I'm like, all right, yeah, the girls.
Mine was the Chainsaw Massacre. Nothing else has ever really scared me. Like the Nightmare on Elm Streets or the Friday the 13th or anything. But that Chainsaw Massacre, that scared me because I'm like, what if
that could happen?
Driving on the road in the middle of who knows where and my car breaks down? That could happen to me. And it just scared me.
Movies like that, they don't freak me out, but they make you think. Like,
or that one that it's in another country.
Hostel.
watch Hostel, and now, yeah, that freaked me out.
That movie should not have even been able to be made, and the second one was even worse. They killed kids in that movie.
It's like, what are people thinking? Like, whoever thinks these things up to write the scripts for these movies are sick. Like, they need to get checked.
One of my favorite horror movies of all time. And I lied to you earlier when I said Jaws. There was one 1-second clip of a movie that freaked me out, and I think I was like 9. So give me a break. It was a scene in the American Werewolf in London. An American Werewolf in London, which now is one of my absolute all-time favorite horror movies. Love that movie so much. I want so badly. Too bad you already bought me this beautiful Purple Martin house for my birthday. I want so bad a figurine of the American Werewolf in London. Anyway, that's not a hint to anybody. I'm just saying I love that movie so much. But in that movie, I'm like 8 or 9 years old. Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating. I might have been 11. I don't know. I was watching it at my friend's house, and it was the scene when David's running through the woods naked, and you see his,
I don't know.
Big Jim and the twins flopping around, and he's running naked in the woods. And so my friend and I, my friend's name was Lee. We were laughing like, did you see that? But then David sees himself off in the distance in the woods, laying in a hospital bed, and the nurse is standing over top of him, the nurse that he eventually became romantically involved with. And he sees her, and he sees himself, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, wah! The face of him as a green monster just flashes in front of that. I was like, nope, I'm out. And I left. I left the house. I ran home. I didn't see the end of that movie, which is the last 30 minutes of that movie is some of the best you'll ever see when it comes to vampires. What? Werewolf movies. Absolutely love it. But that one part freaked me out. There we go. Have we talked about fish today?
Melissa Jeswald said, my grandmother snuck me into The Exorcist when I was 13. Your grandmother sounds a lot like me. I took my daughter to see Saw. I think she was like 8.
Saw was brutal.
Was it Saw?
Yeah, it was Saw.
We went to go see a cartoon, or like some kind of cartoon movie, but it was sold out. And I was like, there's Saw. And she said, okay.
She loves that kind of stuff. It's not child abuse. She loves that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Still to this day, she loves that kind of stuff. Saw freaked me out a little bit. Because that could happen down the street. That's another one of those, if it's something that can happen down the road, it freaks me out a little bit. Echo Delta said, happy Mumble birthday. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Then we got to do this because we got 1 minute left. Blake Robinson said, hello, John and Lisa. I don't get to watch you guys live often, but love your videos and advice. I recently upgraded a 55-gallon tank to a 37-gallon from a 37-gallon tank and have 2 angelfish and 3 Siamese algae eaters. Now any advice for fish I can add? Thanks.
2 angelfish, 3...
First of all, you need an Ancistrus pleco in there, a small, fun little bristlenose pleco. You need something like that in there.
Schooling fish.
And some tetras.
Yeah, tetras. Get some like bloodfin tetras or
Silver tips, I love. That's a rasbora, though, isn't it? Silver tip is rasbora, isn't it? There's so many tetras, rasboras.
You think we're going to say rummy nose tetra, but we're not.
Trying to avoid that because that's what we say every time.
Well,
and harlequins.
Cool. Yeah.
We say harlequins and rummy nose every single time.
I have some... what did I get? I got the glow light tetras and the albino glow light tetras for my alien sorority, and they are gorgeous. I absolutely love those little tetras, and they're really calm. They're not crazy. They don't go after the betas or anything. They just kind of keep to themselves. So
I think you should go with the silver tips. I love those, and those tails stand out from a mile away. So that's it right there, Blake. That's what I'm telling you. That's what you need to go with. But on that note, folks, before I hand it over to Lisa to sign off, is James streaming tonight?
Yes, I see his link right there.
Okay,
Zen
good.
Ginger just put it up.
So I want to thank everyone.
Wait, hold on. Catwoman BA said you missed a super chat.
What did I miss?
Who did you miss?
Did I miss one?
You missed one last week. You missed Whip's World at the end, remember?
I know, and I felt terrible. He chewed me out.
No, that was Whip's World. Regina, Jeff H. Who did you miss?
I don't think I missed any. Catwoman,
Jeff
I think you're
H.
trying to make me lose sleep.
Who is it?
I don't think we missed one.
Wait.
If we did miss one, we apologize very much.
Is it Tiana Hastings? Fun fact, there was a science experiment.
No, I got that one.
Oh. Oh, did you do Catwoman's?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, who did you forget? Wow.
I did go back for, I don't think I missed any. I'm sorry about that. If I did miss it, I feel horrible. I'm not good at my job. But I don't think that I missed one. So before I hand it off to her, I do want to say so many people have wished or sent happy birthday wishes. Thank you so much for that. If I'm being honest with you, it's just another day. It really is. I mean, when you've had 48, not 9 of these, it's really not. It's just a thing. It's no big deal. It's not like we're going to have some big party. I mean, I'm still waiting. I live, in the heart of NASCAR. I'm still waiting for, Dale Jr. to come over or something, wish me a happy birthday. Him and I are close in age, maybe Tony Stewart. I know he lives in Indiana, but still, listen, I live in NASCAR country here. One of these drivers, Denny, where you at? Come over here. Wish me a happy birthday. That's all I want. And then Mr. Beast is down the road. I don't know why these North Carolinians aren't coming and saying happy birthday to me. But anyway, I'm being ridiculous. Thank you to everybody who wished me a happy birthday. And I'm going to turn it over to her now to say goodbye.
Alrighty. I was just double checking, the super chats and stuff because I feel... the Zen Gender said, Eka Delta said happy mumble birthday. I thought you addressed that.
I did.
Yeah, I do. I remember that. So, yeah. Okay. So sorry. Anyways, thank you for joining us. It was a lot of fun tonight. And thank you, Mod. You guys are awesome. Thank you.
Is there a hashtag for Fishing Fever?
Well, hashtag 49. So go ahead and go check out Fish from Fever's live stream. He's a lot of fun, and it goes on for a few more hours tonight, so it's not over yet. And have a wonderful Thursday night. We'll see you next Thursday. Members will see you at 6:30, and everybody else will see you at 8. So have a wonderful Thursday night and weekend. Bye-bye.
Wait. 1 second.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. Never mind. Thank you.
Bye.